In this little video I will show you how to make my favorite trees. So far at least. Very welcome to Erik's... Yeah! I know, it's hilarious. This story begins now with a group of newly based wood elves. I thought of something. Okay, what? We're all wood elves, right?
No, we are actually orcs.
Orcs? Fire!
Ah!
Okay, orcs disengaged. Alright, everyone else here is a wood elf, right? Yeah, now we're all wood elves. So where are the woods? Good point. So let's make some woods. For this we will need jute string, wire and colored sawdust. I guess you would call this a rope, but as you see here, what the jute rope is just a bunch of jute strings. And when you pull the string apart, you get these nice, very thin fibers. Then you cut yourself a couple of equally long pieces of wire. You bring out the hot glue gun and attach the heaps to the wire. You can of course use any glue here, but I like when it sticks fast. The amount of fibers you put in a heap will determine the thickness and density of the tree or bush you make. If you don't have access to machines like these, you can of course just use pliers to spin the wire. When you make these cuts, make sure to get enough wire for every tree, because that will be very convenient in the rest of the process, as you will see. Some of the trees will get little trunks, and for this I'm just using simple air drying clay. And you don't have to be very precise here, you will get the texture that you wish. I also make a few simple little branches. The glue I used was liquid nails glue. As you can see, many of the trees did not get a trunk, because they will have foliage all the way down to the ground. I have always loved trees, and I guess there are many reasons for doing so. Not only are they very beautiful and majestic to behold, but they are also basically our lungs. They provide us with the oxygen we need to survive, and they clear the air of many of the toxins that we wouldn't survive otherwise. The trees are our friends in so many ways, and we should always respect them. So this is the process of spraying with diluted PVA glue before adding foliage. I usually start with a darker shade of my colored sawdust, and then to get the impression of sunlight hitting the tree from above, I come in with a lighter shade. A tree can also be an excellent role model for how to live. A tree is firmly anchored to the ground and its environment, but it also allows itself to reach for the sky. It gives and takes in equal measures, generously gives of its abundance of fruit, nuts, seeds, nutrients, shade, clean air, and then humbly just takes exactly what it needs to survive. The final touch is to bring out my very finely sieved sawdust to bring a moss and lichen effect to the tree trunks. Alright dudes, wood elves are back in town. Or woods, I mean. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and consider liking and subscribing if you want more. Some of these trees will be used in a couple of unfinished dioramas, and the rest will be based and made ready for my modular tabletop terrain, using screw washers and tiny magnets. Thank you so much for watching this, and until next time, take care.